Okay, so let's get started with the resources for our day 4. Okay, so guys, for day 4 we have arrays. Okay, arrays in JavaScript. So let's have a look at this table of content one by one. So guys, this is how we can create an array in JavaScript. Okay, within this, with the help of this square brackets. Let's run it. Okay, so this is our content and we got the length, that is 2 of our array. And friends, this is how you can access an element, okay, from that array present at an index. Okay, like a at 0, array at 0 is first, okay, and array at length minus 1 is second. Okay, 0th index and 1 index. Okay, now let's see how we can loop over an array. So guys, to loop over an array we have simple for loop. Okay, we have for in, we have for of, we have map, we have for each. Okay, so here we have used for each. Okay, for each method. So with the help of this we have function within this method and it has access to the elements, okay, and the index. So let's try console logging it. Okay, and inside this function, okay, we can perform the operation. Okay, so cool, like over here we got the element like first and second present at the corresponding indices. Okay, like 0 and 1 index. Okay, so friends, with the help of push method we can append an element at the end of the array. Okay, so like here it is done right now. Okay, like this. Now let's see how we can remove from the end of an array. It's quite simple. We can simply remove it with the help of array.pop method. Okay, I'm not going to run all these. Okay, what you can do, I will simply drop this link in the description box, so you can just go through these all these table of contents line by line. Okay, now let's see how we can add to the front of an array. We can do this with the help of unshift method. Okay, with the help of unshift we can add this fourth to the beginning. Okay, and how we can remove from the front of the array, that is with the help of a dot shift. With the help of a dot shift we can remove from the remove the first element from the array. Okay, with the help of array dot index of, we can just find the index of that element. Okay, like at which index that element is present, like 0 1. Okay, so second is present at 0th index, oh sorry, 1th index. Okay, and how we can remove an item. Yeah, so guys, it is a very helpful function like splice, split. Okay, with the help of splice we can remove an element. Okay, like from this position and elements to remove number of items we want to remove. Like over here, what they have done, the position is 1. Okay, so 0 1. Okay, this one position, and from this one position they have removed two elements, like starting from here second and third. Okay, so what we have now, first, fourth and fifth. Okay, this is the modified array. How we can copy an array? So with the help of this slice method we can do this. This was slice. Okay, so don't get confused, and this is slice. Okay, so with the help of this we can copy an array. Okay, now it's simple. With the help of this sort method we can simply sort an array. Okay, and if you want to like sort in descending lexicographical order using a compare function, then we can do with the help of this, like this. Okay, and what else? Okay, so this is for of loop that I told you, with the help of which we can also iterate over an array like this. Okay, so over here e, basically this is access to these elements. Okay, like first, second, third and fourth. Guys, we will also have look at this arrow function later. Okay, so this is it. Now let's have a look at another resource for the same day, that is error handling. Okay, so friends, these are the three types of errors that are that occur in programming, basically like syntax error, that is due to the error in our syntax, runtime error that mainly occur during execution, like this. Here they have called this add function, but this add function is not present anywhere in the code. Logical error, when our logic is wrong, like we have to code for add some function and we write the logic for subtraction. Okay, and how we can perform the error handling. We can perform the error handling with the help of try and catch block and finally block. Okay, so like with the help of try catch block, if any code that is prone to error that can basically raise an exception, then we can write it in the try block, and and the remedy, okay, like how we want to proceed in case of exception is thrown. In case when the exception is thrown, that code we can write in catch, okay, or we can simply console log our exception. And finally, basically this block is optional and it will run even if whether the exception is thrown or not. Okay, so if you want to run a code, like a particular code that you want to run, whether the exception is thrown or not, then you can write that code in finally block. Okay, let's have a look at throw. Okay, so we can use this keyword throw statement, okay, to throw an exception, what we can say explicitly. Okay, we can throw this exception, the user can throw this exception. Okay, and we have to handle it like obviously explicitly. Okay, so yeah, so guys, this is it for the resources, okay, for the study material. Now what you can do, you can simply go and watch my other video in which we will be solving the problems based on these resources. Okay, so guys, don't forget to subscribe and thank you for watching.
September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed, couldn't leave me alone.